I just realized that brilliant. That utterance of pure genius was not captured because the recording just started.
I got the audio. I sent the video.
Okay. Anyway, to finish this brilliant oration, Doctor, what do they need? They're getting everything they want. What do they need a PAC for? You guys own these. It's like the only form of taxation, D, that politicians think they can get away with without sparking a revolt. You get what I'm saying? Anything else? Remember the sugar tax? I am outraged. For 10 trivia points, I do this all the time. Let's see how good Dr. D's memory is. Who is the leader of the sugar tax revolt against Tony Perkwinkle? Go.
Ooh, the sugar tax revolt. Oh, my God. Oh, Richard Boykin.
Yes, excellent. Richard Boykin. Good friend of the show, by the way. He come on at the top of the hat. He was always good for conversation. Smart guy. I didn't agree with him on a lot of things.
Almost 10 years ago. But yeah, sure. Great friend of the show. We hang on to him here on the
it was hate. Uh-oh, here comes the coughing. Oh, God, you're right. But he was, come on, D, you got to admit he would come on. He slept down to that studio, Boykin, right? So, it's a good friend. Look, you weren't booking these guests. I was. If they came on, good friend of the show.
That sugar tax, though, man, you go in and buy something, and it's like, they charge the sugar tax. Like, wait, it says 0 sugar on here. Nah, who cares? Come on now. Don't go complicate things.
Excellent point. Should you have to pay the sugar tax on a sugar-free bottle of Coca-Cola? We'll discuss this with Richard Boykin after this break. Don't you miss those old days when we had commercial breaks? After this break, Dennis would be like, Ben, you're missing the break. You're missing the break. And then Yoda would come
in. For those on a video here, break. I'm doing the break symbol.
Yoda would come in, Ben, let me explain how radio works. Okay, there's a break, and you got to go to the break. Oh, man, come on.
Man, I got to say, that was a great cold opening.
Thank you, D. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's got me in a good mood. This DraftKings pack. I'm not sure why. I think gambling's a complete waste of money and time. But hey, I know a good idea when I see one. So today on the Ben Joravsky Show, sports betting. Oh yeah, buddy. Woo! That is right. Ben, you used to gamble, right?
Yes, I'm a reformed gambler. I was addicted to it, and I walked away, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I walked away. You can too. All right. Oh my God, D, I love the horse races.
Right, please don't go back. Please don't make any bad decisions after today's show. But I'm gonna need your help on a little gambling lingo, since you were a huge raging gambler.
I just want to tell you this: my gambling days were in the late '70s and the early '80s, before you were born. I'd always get some millennial. I wasn't even born yet. Okay. But I was doing it then. So it's been a while. So go ahead. I may not have kept up with the lingo is what I'm saying.
Well, that's fine. We'll try. We'll see how it goes. That's what I have written here on the wall. The Ben Joravsky Show meeting room. We'll see how it goes.
The meeting room.
People always have those posters with encouraging sentences, We'll see how it goes.
God, I love a whiteboard in a meeting room. I'm just like, can I write? And then invariably when I see a whiteboard, all I can think of writing is "Go Bulls." You know what I mean? Or "Go Bulls." Sorry, D.
Speaking of gambling, the best Norm Macdonald joke about gambling. Jay Leno approached him about gambling, because he had a big gambling problem.
I didn't. Wait, who had the gambling problem? Leno or Macdonald?
Norm.
I did not know that.
Oh my God, like tens and 20 and thousands of dollars on one game. So yeah.
Wow, way worse than me.
I'll send you videos of gambling interviews with Norm. But he told Jay Leno, he goes, gambling, it's a disease, but it's the only disease where you can win $1 million. Trying
to think if that's true. But God, but it's a gamble. Norm Macdonald. It's a risk.
All right. According to a new poll, things may be looking up for Mayor Brandon Johnson. And Rahm is running for president? I don't know. It's a question. It's Friday, June 20th, and this is the Ben Joravsky Show's Oh, What a Week.
I want an answer. It's not something you ignore. think you're 100% full of shit, is what I think. If you think we want offensive, fuck you then.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
Well, come on, separate corners.
Oh, Lord.
What the good days, huh, D? Ray Lowe, Lori Lightfoot.
How's it going, everybody? We're back after 2 weeks with a brand new. Oh, what a week, Ben! I missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too.
Missed that face.
And 1 week I was on the road again. And the other week the doctor was on the road. So now we're back.
Well, let's get a check-in on you. I know you've been going to California now. I know at one point it was on fire.
Yes.
Now there are protests. So hey, how's it been? How's California?
Man, I'll tell you what, California was no joke the last time I was there. Okay, so I left Cali right before the fires hit in January. So I missed the fires this time around. Took a drive with my wife and my granddaughter up the coast so we could see the areas that were heavily hit by the fire, and it was devastating to me. I'm just going to try not to get upset here because this is I love this corner of California, Malibu, right on the ocean. I love the ocean. I love just hanging on the beach I could stay there all day, day after day. It's hard to explain the devastation still 6 months later. It's like an apocalyptic scene, and streets are still closed off because a lot of construction is going on. So that was upsetting. But then at the end of the week, that's when Trump brought in the National Guard. So I was there when that went down, and I love downtown LA. I'm walking through downtown LA. There's National Guardsmen everywhere. There's protesters. I would call them hippie protesters, except hippies don't exist anymore. But like radical lefty protesters with T-shirts that say "fuck ICE" on them. And
your mouth, please.
Oh, I apologize. Well, the T-shirt said that, and it says that. Oh my God, the graffiti is everywhere. I'm like, this is downtown LA. Something's happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware.
Okay, Andre Vasquez, come on, get. You're rapping here.
By the way, I just want to say Andre Vasquez has been drifting to the right, but he did vote with the mayor on the. Well, we'll get it. That's a tease, D. That's a tease.
That's good. Good job.
Anyway, so it was pretty upsetting to see all those National Guards. I don't know why they're there. There's no reason for them to be there. So that was in downtown LA, and I bumped into a guy. I'll just close it here named Keith Boykin. I don't know if you know that name, ladies and gentlemen. He is a newsman from CNN.
Wait.
No relation
to Richard Boykin?
I don't think so. I don't know, actually. That's a great question. A good question. A good question, Madam Mayor. And I do not know, but I follow him on Instagram. He's really good, in my humble opinion. And oh my God, I was like walking down the street with my wife. I go, oh my God, that's Boykin. I'm like such a fanboy. Oh my God, I'm meeting you. And then I said, please come on my show. He goes, I'll consider it. So anyway, that was my LA trip. How was your Detroit trip?
Yeah, I went to Detroit for Father's Day. It was great. We had a great time. I love Detroit. It was cool. My first time there, not as many people in Detroit, so it kind of felt like we had the city to ourselves, some little sections of it, So that was cool. Then we got to the game. My daughter had a blast. Go Tiger. They lost, but
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get on to the news of the day, but just pause and think about this. This is a guy who grew up in downstate Illinois, just across the river from St. Louis, I might point out. He has lived in the city of Chicago for approximately 20 years, more or less, maybe 18 years, what have you. And he lives on the south side, right near Sox Park, not far from Sox Park. And yet he's a Detroit Tigers fan. Makes no sense at all.
I've realized it doesn't make no sense, but if you hear me out here, I was thinking about it. I just like these central divisions, bud. National, American. I just like Midwest teams. I'm for the Midwest teams. How about that?
So you're for all of them?
The Pirates, they're not really Midwest.
Wait,
so
you're for the White Sox and the Detroit Tigers?
But I don't like the Cubs. I can't really get into the Cubs.
Okay.
As a Cardinals fan, I can't get into the Cubs,
So really, you're not a Midwest fan, okay? I'm just saying that. If I'm going to go, if I'm Norm Macdonald breaking down the illogic of everything you're saying, none of it makes sense.
You're right. I don't like the Twins. I don't like the Royals.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. I got to rethink my strategy here. But no, I like the Cardinals. I like the White Sox and the Tigers. Those are really the three teams I like.
Well, the reality is he likes the Tigers because their hat has a D on it, and that's similar to the 3 D's in his life: Doctor, D, and Dennis.
And my daughter, Denise.
Yeah, 4 D's. How can I forget? Denise, I'm so in love with you. Sorry,
I'm also wearing a Brewers hat. So I don't know. I'm all confused.
That's really weird. Are you wearing a Brewers hat now? Is that a Brewers hat?
Yeah.
That is sad. That is even even guys from Milwaukee are for the Brewers. I know people from Milwaukee go, but I'm not a Brewers fan.
How about that trade? Huh? They got Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah, wow, good for knowing that. They gave some 90-year-old pitcher to the White Sox. Here, take this.
Come on, he's like 20. He's not even 30.
I believe he is 30 on the button. I believe he's 30 on the button. Jamie, could you go look that up? Jamie? Oh, sorry. That's the Joe Rogan show. We don't have Jamie.
All right, let's find out what happened in Chicago and or Illinois. We begin in Illinois, and it's been a while, but we begin with our Illinois governor.
Stupidity!
Not sure who he's talking about that.
Where did you get that one? Stupidity. Ah, God.
Not sure who he was talking to there, but whatever.
The enemy is you.
All right.
Okay. No, he's stupidity. JB's talking about Chicago voters in 2015 when they reelected Rahm. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, JB, I agree with you 100%.
The Ben Joravsky Show, the only podcast in Chicago that doesn't want listeners. Hey, you voters, you're dumb.
Yeah, I know. I got to work on that, D. I really do.
Hey,
I could be as big as Rogan, okay?
Well, if you just shoot a little lower, you know what I mean? We can work to a Rogan thing. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Let's shoot for I don't know. Does Mike Flannery have a podcast?
That's interesting. Willie Wilson. Mike Flannery. We miss you, Mike.